He spotted Violet. She had said she'd be the one wearing red plastic sandals, sitting on the sidewalk in the ticket holders line, engrossed in the New York Times, and listening to a Walkman. 2 movie tickets were tucked under her leg. She wasn't a knockout, but wasn't fat either, and had a face you wanted to look into. She turned the page of the business section and folded it, then folded it again. An artsy chick who read the business section? Who was responsible enough to have arrived early and bought tickets? With enough Ivy League pluck to sit on a dirty sidewalk and not care who saw her. It was done and done. He had to have her. As he stepped forward, she absent-mindedly twisted her long hair off her neck. That's when he first glimpsed the tattoo behind her ear, teasing him from the edge of her hairline. He found it wildly sexy, but something inside him sank. He knew then there'd be a part of her he'd never possess. "I'll get her! I'll get her! I'll get her!" Violet threw off the covers and trudged to Dot's room without looking up. The violets. Those fucking violets. David headed to the kitchen, comforted by the sounds of the morning, babbling Dot, the hiss of brewing coffee, the crunch of Rice Krispies underfoot. These days, there were 2 kinds of Rice Krispies, those waiting to be stepped on and those that already had been. Pfft. He landed on some crispy dust. "Dada!" Dot shouted. She sat with perfect posture at her miniature wooden table, covered head to toe in croissant flakes, a darling, crusty monster. "Aw, good morning," David said, stepping on some crispy virgins. "That's what I like to see. My girls." A carafe of coffee and his newspaper awaited. "Honey," he said to Violet, "there's something floating in the jacuzzi." Violet opened the fridge. "What?" He walked to the window. "It looks like a dead gopher." "Then it's probably a dead gopher." She rooted around in the fridge. "Ah, there it is." She tore white butcher paper from a hunk of cheese. At least she still did that for him. Got him the good cheese. "How long has it been there?" David asked. "Mama, what's that?" said Dot. "It's cheese, sweetie." Violet sliced some off. "Want dat?" "I'll get you some. First, I'm making Dada his breakfast." "How long has the gopher been there?" David repeated. "I don't know. This is the first I've heard of it." Violet placed David's breakfast on the counter. Wheat toast, sheep's milk cheese, sliced apples sprinkled with lemon juice, and freshly grated nutmeg. "Are we good?" "You didn't notice it when you looked out the window this morning?" "Apparently not," Violet said. "Oh, your milk." She removed a small pitcher from the microwave, set it next to the coffee, and surveyed David's domain. "Okay, that's everything." "It doesn't upset you that there's a dead animal in our jacuzzi?" "I guess it does, a little. For the gopher." "What gopher?" asked Dot. "That water could have dysentery in it." David sat down. "What if Marta took Dot in there to swim?" To underscore the seriousness of his point, he had called their nanny by her real name, Marta, not their nickname for her, Lady Go. "Mama, want cheese?" said Dot. "I'm getting you some." Violet walked a piece of cheese over to Dot, then sat down on a tiny stool beside her and looked up at David. "Marcelino is coming today. I'll have him fish out the gopher, drain the jacuzzi, and disinfect it." There was no discernible edge to her voice. This was one of Violet's most bedeviling tactics, acting as if she was being completely reasonable, and it was David who was hell-bent on ruining a perfectly fine morning. "Thank you," he said. "Look, I'm sorry. Today's big. KROQ is debuting the Hanging with Yoko single at 9. I've got tickets going on sale at the Troubadour at 10. Shit." "What, Dada?" "Yesterday was my sister's birthday," he said to Violet. "I totally spaced it. That must have been why she kept calling the office." "I'll get her something and have it messengered over."